Every living thing a unique signal. We were all cub interpreters at a Babel-built UN, obligated to convert the covert metaphor, tweak the tuner, read the mechanism by actively attacking its surface. The catch to this elaborate Wissenschaft was the active obligation to extract cachet from courier. I managed to avoid that imperative, ignore the mess in his message until Frank left. Ressler died. Now time forces the issue. Time, as the Bacon entry says, just below the quote linking knowledge to pleasure, is the author of authors. Time to start my cub translation, to learn the place, as I'm likely to be here a little longer. The whole day free, hours without end. How hard to make anything of unbudgeted time. In my remaining free days, I've decided to learn something, become expert, exchange fact for feeling, reverse what I've done with my life to date. A needy soul once asked me, through the anonymous 3x5, what old film had an important state secret transported across Europe via musical code. Hitchcock's The Lady Vanishes, 1938, a banner year for secret European messages. I remembered the question this morning, listening to that other musical code, whose message our circle carried through a similar plague year. I could whistle that melody in the dark, its pleasure returned permanently to school by grief. The tune of my new career. My chief problem is what to study. Something empirical, something hard. My prospect of success depends on what in the hierarchy I attach myself. I start with top magnification, fix my lens on cosmology. If that level remains abstract, I could drop to the step below, stop down an order of magnitude, make do with astronomy. A working knowledge of galaxies must be of some use in naming the place where I'm left. But the light year is too long for me to get my bearing. I must reduce the magnification another exponent, start my study with the earth under my lens. A geologist, I suppose, or oceanographer. But the explanations of this critical niche are still too large. I am after not earth science, but its underwriting specific. Down another order. The search for a starting point begins to resemble that painful process of elimination from freshman year spent in the university clinic. A knot across my abdomen from having to choose which million disciplines I would exclude myself from forever. This time I narrow ruthlessly. I sharpen my focus to the raw component populations inhabiting this planet. Zoologist, anthropologist? Neither would yet clamp down on the why I'm after. I go a finer gauge, assuming that understanding can be best arrived at by isolating terms. That means downshifting again to the vocabulary of political science, the first limb of the hierarchy that speaks human dialect. What do we need, and how best to get it? The question is powerful, but as I zoom in on the increasingly precise concern, explanations recede, grow fuzzy and qualified. A faction of me secedes, insists that political science can be understood only in terms of constituent economics, but the study of goods, services, and distribution produces more problems than prescriptions. Herds, it seems, are hundreds of individuals. Feeling no edge, I scale myself down into psychology. Here my lens reaches that cusp magnification, 1-to-1. But a complete explanation of behavior requires somatic cause. Focal ratio flips, increases again, now in the microscopic direction. Psych shades over the bio-threshold. The gradients, the gauges are continuous. Fields of study, like spectral bands, differ only in wavelength. No discrete moment when red ends and orange begins.